get this one started here. Of course, Cobrinha is my instructor and my team alliance, and a great guy. Let's get it started here. And Nogi's always interesting. You never know what's going to happen. It's a little bit faster paced. It's a little bit more squirrely. And Jeff Glover shoots right in immediately, getting all the way down to his hands and knees, trying for a takedown, and he spins upside down, and he's going for an omoplata right here. I like that, and he sits back to guard, and then he goes back for another omoplata. Cobrinha pulling his arm out, very, very nice, and he's going inverted once again. Jeff Glover, if you are unaware of his grappling, he is a grappling demon. This guy is so good. Look at him sit right down to guard. And, I mean, he's going against one of the very, very best in the world. Cobrinha, my instructor, just incredible grappler himself. And Glover is just not giving him any respect in a good way. I'm sure he respects him very much as a grappler, but he's just going out there and just doing his thing. He's dancing around, doing a rope-a-dope. He's got tons of energy. He's bouncing around, going inverted. And he's hand fighting, and he's just not giving Cobrinha an inch. He's really giving it his all, and that's what I love to see. Both of these guys, great competitors, and they always just go out there and really look for the win, and that is always exciting. Of course, Cobrinha sitting to guard and then getting right back up. And Jeff Glover is dancing around still, like a bit of a maniac, and he's shooting on that far leg, rolling upside down, kind of like Imanari, if you remember him from MMA fame. Rolling into a knee bar or heel hook, and here he's going upside down, and Cobrinha is in very good position with that knee in. It's a leg drag pass. He's trying to pull to the back right here, and Glover gets to the turtle position, is able to invert, and then kind of get back to his guard. And Cobrinha walking around to the far side here. He's trying to pin a leg down, trying to go for a leg drag style pass, but Glover is making enough space so he can get him away. And here Cobrinha is just resetting, trying to get that one knee in between Glover's legs. He's pushing it through, maybe for a knee through the middle pass. And here he's sitting inwards, and now he got stuck in the deep half guard of Glover, which I know Glover likes. But here he moves it right back over. He's no longer in the deep half guard. He's just in like a single butterfly hook guard, and Cobrinha is able to step over to the far side. And now it's in like a 3/4 guard with the deep half arm through, and he inverts immediately. Oh man, this is just so fast-paced. It's unbelievable. Glover inverted right now. Cobrinha really nice stuffing Glover's leg right through his leg and pinning his far leg down. And he's looking to put some pressure on top of that top knee of Glover so he can weight it down and look to pass. But Glover is just not giving him an inch. And here, very nice leg work by Cobrinha. Oh, sweet. He steps back, and Glover goes to turtle, and Cobrinha just jumps all over his back there, trying for the back take. But Glover, again, very squirrely, able to make enough space and gets to his side. I don't believe that this is a pass. I think his leg is still stuck between Glover's legs. So it's not quite a pass, but he's working on this crossface here, and this can be deadly. So you can see him crawling that hand up, crawling it up the back. It's a little bit tougher no-gi. With the gi, of course, you can grab onto the gi material in the back, and you can crawl up your hand very methodically and just put a ton of pressure with your shoulder and your bicep on your opponent's face, force his face to the opposite direction. Of course, then it's very, very hard to keep your opponent from passing when your face is being pushed to the opposite side. His knee is stuck in there. This can get a little bit wonky on the knee here when it's stuck in there like this, and your knee's turning all kinds of directions, and you want to make sure that if you're doing this in practice that you don't blow your knee out, because especially if you don't have very flexible knees, you can hurt it. You can tear a meniscus. You can mess up one of the tendons. Not good. So just make sure that you're very careful if you're in this position. Of course, Cobrinha probably been in this position a million times, has very flexible knees. He's able to force it through, and he's just going right for that crossface right here. And looks like Glover has his arms around Cobrinha's leg. Yep, he's got it in nearly a Kimura grip. He's trying not to let it through, but Cobrinha gets all the way past Glover's legs, and this is going to look to be a pass. But Glover's looking to turtle right here. He wants to get over to his knees, and Cobrinha knows this. He's trying to put weight on. He's trying to threaten an arm, trying to hold around the midsection underneath Glover, just anything to get him from going to the knees, because that will prevent his passing here. And he's sitting up. He's trying to shove that knee right in between, preempting the turtle. But Glover doesn't go for the turtle, and Cobrinha jumps around to the other side and goes right for a back take. Glover doing a very, very good job scrambling out and gets right into the deep half guard. And here he's just kind of on one leg. This can get a little tricky. If he tries to turtle right here, he can be putting himself into a crucifix, but he gets right back to side control, and now Cobrinha has this really good crossface. You can see how deep it is here, and you can see he's going to start to lean this. He's going to dip this hip. He's going to put pressure right here, and that's going to shove Glover's face to the far side, and you can see it here. If there's a center line going up and down, you see when his chin moves past this way. Oh, right there. It makes it so easy to pass if your leg's still stuck between, and it also makes it so easy to mount and go for attacks when your opponent's face is pushed in the opposite direction. Of course, Glover pushing off there, going inverted again, making a nice grip here. It's like a knee bar grip, and then he goes, oh, very, very nice. He goes to a butterfly sweep and takes Cobrinha off to the same side, and Cobrinha rallies to get right back on top, and he's back in a good head and arm cross-side passing position with his knee through the middle, nearly all the way past. You could argue that it is all the way past, and there it is pass. And I believe that they're resetting them right now because they're in the middle. And it looks like in the heat of battle that Cobrinha tore Jeff Glover's shirt, and Jeff Glover's just going to take it off. Just throw caution to the wind. It doesn't really matter at this point. Actually, if you have no shirt on as opposed to a rash guard, with all the sweat, it can get even more slippery than a rash guard. It's nearly like a different type of event with shirtless no-gi grappling as it is to with a rash guard no-gi grappling, because you just have a little bit more friction, just enough to make it a tangible amount. With the shirtless, it can get so sweaty and slimy that it's just hard to hold on to anything, including yourself. If you're trying to go for something like, say, a Darce choke, it gets hard to hold on to your own biceps if you're shirtless or if you're just sweating that much. But, of course, it's very hard for your opponent to hold on to you as well. And Cobrinha has this head and arm side control here, which is very, very good no-gi. Of course, with the gi, I like the head and the hip on the same side, everything on the same side, and you can hold everything. But with no-gi, that doesn't really work. Your opponent can turn his back to you and turn to this side and then run out. And it's just it's too quick, really. It's almost always too quick with no-gi, but with the gi, you can get away with it. So Cobrinha is switching to the head and arm here, which I really, really like, and you can put a lot of shoulder pressure in your opponent's face, and it helps prevent that guard retention here that he's going for. And Cobrinha looks like he's trying to mount with a knee through the middle mount, and Glover, seeing this, he gets this underhook here, and he's preventing it. He's grabbing his own leg. He's trying to work his way out on top of that, but Cobrinha being very insistent, and he's got a very good crossface, so it's just forcing Glover's hips away from him, which is good for Cobrinha. And Cobrinha switching it up to head and arm. It looks like head and hip. He has this arm on this side blocking the guard retention of the hip, and then his arm over here is on the far side of Glover. But of course, Glover now getting to his side. Cobrinha is worried that he's going to get to turtle, so he makes this grip all the way around Glover's midsection, which is also going to help prevent him to get to the turtle. And then Glover tries to tripod up and get to the turtle, and Cobrinha tries to take advantage of it right away and goes right to his back. Very, very nice, and looks like they're going to reset the two. Not even a moment of relaxation for these two, just going right for it. Glover getting the reverse de la Riva hook, but then lets it go, spins upside down, inverts his guard, tries to get on top, but it's just not working. And he gets the half guard in, and looks like he's going for that tornado guard again, like he's doing, our Holeta guard. Goes upside down, and now he's got him. This is actually a good sweeping position for Glover here. He's got his legs all trapped up, and he looks like he's going for that knee bar, but Cobrinha able to leg work out of it. Very nice hip switching and back stepping over it. And here, oh, very, very nice. He's got this across. It's like he's trying to finish double unders pass, and very nice. Glover trying to tripod up, get out of there, and then invert his guard if he has to, make some space and replace guard. But Cobrinha just one step ahead, makes it all the way to cross-side, and he's definitely getting points for that. So he should definitely be up with this pass here. And here he's got the side control. You could see he had an underhook on the near side, which can be good, just a little bit unconventional. And here he spins to the far side, and Glover looks like he's trying to get up on a single leg, but Cobrinha with the hand right in between the legs, preventing that, and now he's trying to get around the waist once again, because Glover is trying to go to the single leg or turtle position so he can sit back to guard. Cobrinha trying to get a crossface, not really sure where he can get the best grip to keep Glover from getting to that turtle position. Here he's just trying to control, maybe looking to get that arm around again, maybe going for a front choke, and looks like he had the arm across on Glover, and Glover gets up and he inverts his guard and retains guard. Very nice, and he's inverting again. Very comfortable with the inverted guard. Clearly, Glover going for it consistently, and Cobrinha forcing his knee right in between both of Glover's legs, and then Glover able to pull to the deep half guard here once again, and he might be able to sweep on this if he can get his feet on the ground, but he looks like he can't get a good hold of Cobrinha's arms. And I believe that's going to be time. Very, very nice match. Just high pace, high intensity. But the win, definitely on points, going to go to Cobrinha. Very well played. Nice. And that is quite something. If you've seen a lot of Cobrinha's matches, you know that this guy is just a ridiculous beast. And anyone that can take him to a points decision is just phenomenal grappler in their own right, and Jeff Glover is definitely no exception there. He's incredible, very fun to watch. Both of these guys, love it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time, I'll see you later.